Jessa Duggar Seewald's ranting at her child has led some people to believe that she is cruel. The sisters always seem to end up in problems, regardless of how good their parents. What did she say though? After all, was it really that bad? For more details, see below. The Counting on siblings have struggled ever since their reality show ended. Many moved on to use social media and vlogging to chronicle their everyday lives. Ben Seewald and Jessa Duggar Seewald are the ideal illustration of that. They documented every second of the birth of their sixth child, Edward Owen, who was born into an honest and open family dynamic. He has been amazing since August 2025, when he joined their family. The mother of six is being blamed by critics for allegedly assaulting one of her children. Mothers frequently give their children names they find humorous or cute, and some names are publicized while others are kept private. Recently, Jessa shared a selfie of herself with her newborn boy, who seemed content and playful. Then she added that he's put on 15 pounds, and that Edward might soon be called Your Royal Fatness. Given his endearing demeanor and curious attitude, his devoted fans couldn't help but remark that his name was totally wrong. They claimed that because they also had big babies, everything was wonderful. Furthermore, the only factor should be Edward's good health. Because Edward is so big and loving, some people find the word distressing, even though many find it cute. They believe it is unacceptable that Jessa Duggar even mentioned her son's fat characteristics. He is in really good health and will definitely become a huge man. Hearing you call someone fat will have a greater impact on your female kids than on any other gender. Don't use that, please. The Counting On fan pointed out that Fern and Ivy are the daughters of Jessa Duggar Seewald. If Edward is called names because of his weight, it could have a detrimental effect on their mental health. Additionally, it might negatively affect their body image and sense of self-worth. One of their fans was annoyed by Jessa and her husband's constant posting of family photos. They believe that their continuous financial exploitation of their 6 children is an indication of their lack of concern for them. Please refrain from calling him fat. It's simply a cute pet name, of course, but you wouldn't want that to stick or anything. More chastised Jessa and her supposedly cute nickname. Due in large part to the popularity of their reality TV shows, including 19 Kids and Counting On, the Duggar family has long been well known. The family is well known for having many children, having a strong religious conviction, and giving their kids a rigorous upbringing. Even though a large number of the Duggar children have grown up and started their own families, their lifestyle choices continue to draw criticism. One of the more vocal Duggar children, Jessa Duggar, was recently enmeshed in controversy after she was accused of humiliating her own child by using a rude and offensive name choice. Fans are highly unhappy and split as a result of the social media whirlwind this dispute has caused. The tradition of distinct names in the Duggar family. The naming traditions that the Duggar family adheres to are one of their distinguishing characteristics for people who are not familiar with them. It is common for the Duggars to give their kids uncommon or traditional names, frequently with religious connotations. The Duggars have a well-established custom of selecting names that represent their values, beliefs, and family legacy, whether it's a distinctive first name or a middle name with deep significance. Ben Seewald's wife, Jessa Duggar, is no different. She and her spouse have chosen names for their children that are consistent with their beliefs throughout her personal journey as a mother. Spurgeon Elliott Seewald, Henry Wilberforce Seewald, and Ivy Jane Seewald are their 3 children. Whether it's associated with a historical figure who is known for their Christian beliefs or a biblical character, each of their names has meaning. For the most part, the Duggars have been well received despite their propensity to steer clear of contemporary or fashionable names. But occasionally, their unorthodox decisions have also prompted criticism, particularly from people who are not religiously affiliated with the family. However, the recent issue is more about the circumstances surrounding the name than it is about the name itself. The contentious name selection. When Jessa Duggar revealed the name of her 4th child, what should have been a happy occasion for the family instead became a PR catastrophe. Following the social media announcement of the name, Jessa's followers blasted her. Many admirers appeared offended by the name she and her husband had selected, accusing her of embarrassing her child by picking something offensive. The way Jessa presented the name to the world caused some controversy, even if the name itself didn't technically deviate from the family tradition. Jessa made a number of comments regarding the meaning of the name in an Instagram post. Some admirers interpreted her announcement's tone as an attempt to condemn or punish others who might not share her ideas or principles. Many followers believed that she was trying to force her opinions on others by using extremely harsh words to explain why she and her husband chose the name. Jessa appeared to make fun of others who went with more traditional names in the article, stating that she was glad to be raising a child with a name that's strong and meaningful. Many felt that she was indirectly disparaging parents who give their kids more common, mainstream names as a result. This type of shaming was quickly criticized for being improper, particularly when it came from someone who is openly disclosing personal information about their children's lives on a platform that is accessible to millions of people. Fans' reactions, criticism, and outrage. Social media users quickly responded to Jessa Duggar's announcement. Some people backed her choice, saying they liked the idea behind the name and thought it was lovely. But others were much less tolerant. Taking to social media, a number of followers expressed their ire at Jessa, accusing her of name shaming and judgmental behavior. The fact that Jessa's essay gave the impression that she was disparaging other people for their parenting decisions was one of its main problems. Some followers felt that she was suggesting that parents who base their child's name choices on popular culture or trends were somehow less strong or meaningful by the wording she used in her Instagram post. In a culture where people are frequently criticized for their decisions, this is particularly troublesome, and many believe Jessa's comments reinforced this negativity. Fans flocked to the post comments section, with some even criticizing how tone-deaf her remarks were in light of the current state of public debate. A commenter posted, "It's one thing to choose a name you like, but to shame others for their choices is another thing entirely." Other commenters criticized Jessa for coming out as elitist and out of touch with the struggles that many parents face when deciding on a child's name. When some critics started looking into the Duggar family's own past, the response only became worse. Some noted that Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, Jessa's parents, had also come under fire for the names they gave their kids. Some names are viewed as strange or inappropriate because there are so many Duggar kids, and Jessa's remarks seem to emphasize that dissonance. Although the Duggar family's strong religious convictions and penchant for unusual names may have suited them, other parents might not have been keen to adopt their style. The significance of name shaming in society, although it isn't usually recognized as such, name shaming is a surprisingly widespread occurrence. People frequently make fun of or pass judgment on others based on the names they choose for their children, whether they think the name is too common or out there. For some parents, it's a problem that can cause deep remorse, broken sentiments, and insecurity. Making what many perceived as a derogatory remark about other parents' naming decisions was a mistake that might have major repercussions for Jessa Duggar, who spends her entire life in the spotlight. The choice of a child's name is a very personal one for parents. It frequently reflects ethnic backgrounds, personal preferences, and family customs. When someone, especially a popular figure, makes disparaging comments about the names that other people pick, it can promote negative preconceptions and create needless harm. Some of her audience felt that their own naming choices were being scrutinized, so Jessa unintentionally alienated them by using her platform to discuss what she considered to be strong and meaningful names. Because her post was public, followers felt as though their choices were being scrutinized, which increased its impact. The reaction and remorse. Jessa Duggar responded to the criticism on social media in the days after her remarks caused a stir. She recognized the criticism and expressed regret for the words she used in a more composed and thoughtful essay. She clarified that she had been thrilled with the name she and her husband had decided on for their child and had never meant to embarrass anyone. Noting that she recognized how intensely personal the naming process is for every parent, she also apologized if her remarks had come across as critical. Although some fans thought the apology didn't adequately address the problem, many others were grateful. Although Jessa admitted that her remarks might have offended some people, detractors claimed that her apology fell short in addressing the more significant problem of name shaming in general. Some thought it would have been more appropriate to think more deeply on the value of inclusivity and respect for the choices of others.